Very fiery weekend in Los Angeles. Rioters protesting immigration raids burned cars, fought with the police, and then President Trump called up the National Guard.
California's Governor Newsom railed against the president's move. He claims it's only increasing the cycle of violence. Dale Hurd reports.
President Trump called up National Guard troops in response to protests that turned violent over the weekend. Last night, those protests continued. The Los Angeles Police Department declared an unlawful assembly Sunday night as protesters failed to disperse in the downtown area. Rioters blocked a major freeway and set cars on fire as law enforcement used tear gas, rubber bullets, and flashbangs to control the crowd. Protesters launched fireworks toward police.
We had individuals out there shooting commercial-grade fireworks at our officers. That can kill you. And we have adapted our tactics to be able to have a chance to be able to take these people into custody and to be able to hold them accountable.
LA Chief Jim McDonnell called the violence disgusting.
We are overwhelmed.
President Trump says he's not ruled out Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's suggestion of mobilizing active duty Marines if the clashes continue.
We see danger to our country and to our citizens, and we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order.
California Governor Gavin Newsom blamed Trump for the riots.
Donald Trump has created the conditions you see on your TV tonight. He's exacerbated the conditions ever since he announced he was taking over the National Guard. An illegal act, an immoral act, an unconstitutional act.
Newsom also took aim at Trump immigration czar Tom Homan on X. Trump's border czar is threatening to arrest me for speaking out. Come and get me, tough guy. Republicans in Washington defended the president's decision.
Do you have any problem or any concerns about the president sending in the National Guard to a place where local authorities say that they're not needed and could be harmful?
I have no concern about that at all. I think the president did exactly what he needed to do.
President Trump is putting the safety of the communities that are being impacted by these riots and by these protests that have turned violent. And he's putting the safety of our law enforcement officers first.
Meanwhile, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, whose controversial deportation earlier this year sparked a Supreme Court order to facilitate his return, is now back on U.S. soil. He faces federal charges of alien smuggling and conspiracy. Dale Hurd, CBN News.
It's like our politics has turned into the WWE, where politicians are threatening each other with arrest, and they're saying, well, just bring it. And, you know, it should not be. We're the leader of the free world, and you have this kind of thing happening between a governor of a state and a president. It just absolutely makes no sense to me. We're going to learn some Latin over the coming weeks. Posse comitatus is an act passed where the federal government can't call out the army against its own citizens. But there are emergency workarounds, if you will, for that bill, and then calling up the National Guard. When I look at the situation where you have burning police cars and freeways being blocked and police being pelted with rocks and that kind of thing, and it doesn't seem to be being contained, okay, do you need extra forces on the ground? It seems clear to me you do. And I get flashbacks back to Portland, where they allowed a crowd to attack a federal building and literally did nothing about it. Or Seattle, where a crowd took over blocks in the downtown and did nothing about it. Are we going to see the same thing because you disagree with immigration policy in the state government? Are you going to allow these protests? And on the immigration issue, if you think throwing Molotov cocktails while you're wrapped in a Mexican flag is somehow going to change U.S. immigration policy, well, you need to think again.